Hey, good evening, everyone. Justin Lombard, aka N2SC4R, and welcome to another weekly podcast with N2SC4R. Wow, all right, just pop on screen while I'm doing my introduction, IDK. Really?
Oh.
You're still doing it. All right, never mind. He's so confused right now. Anyways, so we got IDK, Kamikaze Games, and then Danny B Talks is making his debut on the podcast. What's going on, guys?
What's up? My mic was muted. How could you hear me?
No, like you're like the couple of times there was noise coming in, it full screened it to you, and I'm just like, wow, man.
Wait.
I don't know why.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Is that my mic muted? I was like, you can hear me?
Yeah, it's something else. So anyways, guys, welcome to the show. So today was the Indianapolis, 2 races, a doubleheader, Xfinity and Cup. I would say, obviously, the Xfinity series was good, but I feel the Cup race was actually all right for once at Indy in the last few years. IDK, what's your thoughts on today's Cup race?
I actually liked it, to be honest. Everyone's like, oh, it's mediocre, but to be honest, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't what I expected it to be. I expected just single file, snooze fest, but obviously the wreck stirred it up. I didn't like what happened with William Byron. I felt like that penalty was a little BS, and to be honest, I believe that penalty shouldn't even be in the sport to begin with, in general. But I thought the race was pretty good. I like the end of the race was I thought it was okay. I mean, Brad won. He went back to back. That was good. And we have this regular season championship. It's not smart. I'm trying not to curse. Sorry. But, to be honest, it wasn't as bad as I thought it to be. I mean, I wish there was obviously more people in the crowd, but on a Monday and not a lot of people even buying tickets to begin with. So
I'll be honest with you. The crowd, especially for a Monday race at Indy, and we're talking about Indy, it wasn't that bad for a Monday race. And
like
of course,
a high school football game.
Well, that, and then of course, it's Indianapolis. I mean, the attendance there the last few years have not been good, but I thought it was decent for a Monday race.
I'll be honest, I was going to buy a ticket to go yesterday, but where it did look like it was going to be raining and stuff, we did just decide not to go.
Could have gone today.
Well, I could have, but my fiance still had to work, so she wouldn't have wanted to go up there by myself.
Not is she? No, she's just probably like, you're not going without me.
I think you're probably right there.
Yeah. If I can't go, you can't go either. I mean, I guarantee she's a nice one, but don't screw it up. Yeah, I agree. Don't screw it up, right?
When she likes NASCAR as much as you do, and she even collects this kind of stuff like I do too, and she's fine with me having this, then yeah, she's a good one.
Nice. So, Kamikaze, what did you think of today's Cup race?
Today's Cup race, well, I thought it was pretty good. All things considered, I go into this race with the lowest expectations. I go into it thinking, like, if there's one pass, I'm going to say, good, we did it. We did it, guys, one pass. But genuinely, I was interested. Like, the first 2 stages had me hooked. I'm going to be 100% honest. It was decent racing throughout the field. I feel like the passing on restart, I feel like it carried on a few more laps than usual. Like, there were the long runs where nothing happened, obviously. But right after restart, it felt like there were more passes than usual. So I'm going to say, solid 4 out of 10. But for Indianapolis, that was really good. Not even going to
lie. Danny?
Cup race was, it was fine. Like something Kamikaze said, I didn't have a whole lot of expectations for the Cup Indy race. I definitely knew that the Xfinity Series was going to be a better show. But as far as things go, I felt like it was at least entertaining to watch. I feel like maybe it had something to do with nobody being able to practice or anything like that. Because I really, if it had been anything different, I would have just assumed, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, Kevin Harvick going to dominate. And granted, those some of those guys still did a little bit, but not to the point that they probably would have if they had been practicing all weekend.
Sounds good. Yeah, my thoughts on today's race. I thought it was a decent show for Indianapolis. I thought it was good. I did not fall asleep once during the Cup race, so I guess that's a plus. That means it was somewhat good. I thought, all things considered, since it's Indianapolis, I thought it was a decent race. There was quite a few strategies, some good battles, not even just all around. And it wasn't the big three domination. I was surprised how, Kyle Busch, he led laps early on, but it seemed like, after he led first 20 laps, so he just didn't have the car anymore to win. It's like, I thought it was going to be a Kyle Busch, and I thought it was going to be a big three show for a while, but it was not. So that was a plus too. There was quite a few lead changes, different leaders. Kenseth won a stage, which that was pretty cool. Never thought we'd see that again, especially in the 6 car. But no, I thought the race turned out pretty good for an Indianapolis race. It's better than what it was the last few years, I will say, and that's even going over last year's race. But I'd say it was pretty good. It had a good finish. Brad Keselowski. We thought for a while at the end of the race it was going to be Clint Bowyer or Denny Hamlin, and Bowyer spun the tires on the restart, which don't do that on the final restart. And then Denny Hamlin, I thought he was going to win the race if those late cautions didn't come out, but Keselowski was faster than the two. And I even had the feeling before the last caution came out, if a caution comes out and when they get in the race, I feel Keselowski is going to chase the two down. Bowyer, he didn't have to chase Bowyer down since he spun the tires, but Hamlin, he chased down. And I'm actually happy that Keselowski won. He won 2 races in a row, not only 2 races in a row, but 2 big races in a row. Darlington last week, the Southern 500, and then the Brickyard 400. So that's pretty cool for him. He went from not winning any races and then until before the playoffs, the last 2 races before the playoffs, he comes out swinging and wins. So congrats to Brad Keselowski. I thought that was pretty cool for him to win. I was actually cheering him on in that final restart because, to be honest with you, I didn't want Hamlin to win. I don't care for Hamlin, so it's like anybody besides Hamlin would just be fine with me, to be honest with you. So I'm like, go Keselowski.
Yeah,
but he pulled it off.
Kind of the same way if you're there. I feel like before Martinsville of last year, Hamlin was just like, I knew he would say a few things that just didn't make no sense. But yeah, I think after that, I was pretty much like, okay, no, I don't really care much for Hamlin.
Well, I even haven't cared for Hamlin even before that Martinsville incident, but I just can't care for him. He's a decent driver, but I can't. I don't know. I just don't like his personality. So what happened in Indy today? The Xfinity race was obviously really good, especially since they're running restricted plates there. Of course, question to be answered is are restricted plates the solution or not? Because to me, I feel like it's not the solution. I feel like they can still provide good racing without restricted plates if they just, either change up the aero package or the cars, downforce, whatever they want to do. But I feel it can definitely still be a better race without restricted plates. But it was a good race. I would say there was quite a few combining Xfinity and custody. There's a few big hits in this race too, big crashes. You had
Ryan Preece, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Landon Castle.
Yeah, Cole Custer, his front of the car got destroyed because of the grass.
Elliott Sadler had a big crash.
Yeah, I was like, dang, we don't see this many big. Except for last year's Indy race, we don't really see big crashes too often.
If you hit that grass just caked with mud, just rest in peace your car.
Yeah, I thought Kyle Busch's car was done when he was warming up his tires and he hit the grass in turn 4. I was just like
something out of iRacing.
Kyle, you don't warm up your tires in a turn, man.
Well, yeah. And then all of a sudden he's jerking the car. He's like, "Oh God, how's my steering? How's my car?" It's I couldn't help but laugh about that a little bit. But
Can't wait till we get splitters off the car.
yeah, they need to. I mean, what? Cole Custer's front end looked like he hit the wall head on.
Yeah.
Except he didn't. That whole front of his car got destroyed because of that grass. It's like
tracks are taking out grass for that certain reason. Like Homestead took out a bunch of their grass. I'm pretty sure Phoenix also took out grass. Like tracks are taking out grass, I believe, also for that same reason.
I will say it helped Bubba Wallace slow the car
it did.
down today. Not have another Pocono moment there. So the deep wet grass helped him slow the car down.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he got ARCA braked an hour and a half later by David Starr. Oh, where did Kamikaze go? Oh, well,
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
South Dakota connection.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
I think he just got so stressed out over what happened to Bubba Wallace, and he's like, I gotta go. I
I
can't
gotta
do it.
go. Oh, there he is. He's back.
KG.
Hey. I like how someone
It's
just
so frozen.
y'all say username I am the best. Thank you for the super chat there. But Kamikaze, what happened, man?
I don't know. It just kicked me out for no reason.
I thought we were talking about Bubba Wallace. You like, screw this, I'm done. I thought that we were about to drop
exactly.
lyrics too.
Exactly. My internet's feeling like Bubba Wallace's brakes. They're just giving up, I guess.
McDonald's Wi-Fi right now.
I think it's all that acoustic foam back there. It's cutting off the circulation of the Wi-Fi.
That must be it. It's so thick
Yeah.
that it's not letting the internet waves go through or something.
Yeah. But like he just like left. I thought the viewers were gonna drop like, oh man, no point watching this anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got
The main attraction over here.
You just got Miami Boy and Danny B. I mean, that's not that good. What was that?
IDK is like, you talking about me? Yeah.
Wait, do you hear me? Do you actually hear me?
Yeah.
I heard somebody saying "mom" in the background.
Yeah, no, that's why I try to mute it. Oh, the mute's up here. Okay. It's for some reason it doesn't work on Google Hangouts. Okay.
Yeah. So do you guys got any more thoughts about today's racing?
To be honest, if I have to say anything, I just can't wait till splitters are off. I still don't think restrictor plates are the answer. It's not racing. The restrictor plates were obviously there in the first place for safety reasons. I mean, yeah, it did. It did help the racing. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought it was good, but
Yeah.
I just wish we'll
It's just
find a
not
way
the
that doesn't have to do with
fair racing.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously know it's gonna be temporary, and to be honest, I'm a NASCAR fan. Like, I'm a diehard. Like, that won't make me stop watching it. But I just want another solution that's not restrictor plate racing. Like, we don't need restrictor plate racing to have good racing.
Yeah.
Splitters off.
What? It provided a 4-wide finish for stage 1.
Yeah, I know, but like, still, it's just I just wish there was like another way to like do stuff besides restrictor plate racing.
I mean, I know there is. It's just that when are they gonna do it?
I know we could do it. I mean, we had great racing before without restrictor plate racing. Hopefully, we can just get back over there.
I just thought, despite the restricted plates, and even for the Cup race too, I thought it was a decent race for Indianapolis.
Let me just say, I want to give a big shout out to Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney for being able to go out and do 2 races, score top 5s in the Xfinity Series, and then go out and still score top 15s in the Cup race.
Yeah, I mean, they only had an hour of preparation too, so they're like, get out of the Xfinity cars, get suited up for the Cup race, then come back, do driver introductions, and then I mean
it's one thing to be like at practice all day and then maybe go run in the Xfinity Series race, but it's another thing to just do nothing but solid racing, get out, take a quick break, and then do another solid race.
Yep. I mean, they did about 250 miles in the Xfinity race, and then they go out there and do 400 miles. So that's
I'm sure they're sound asleep on a jet back to North Carolina right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would be too. They ran a total of 850 miles around there. So that's a long day of racing for them. That's for sure. No, 850 miles. No, 650 miles. Wow. All right. I need to go back to school.
You need some 5-hour energy.
Yeah, I need some 5. I got water.
Matter of
but
fact,
really good.
IDK is going to be sponsored by Fiber Energy.
because I am
Keep talking about
tired.
Are you mocking me?
No.
You're making fun of me. I think he's
I
making
know.
fun of me. Yeah, he's making fun of me. I think I need to kick him out of this call.
All right, bye. It's been fun having you here. So
Yeah, it's been fun having you. Maybe we can come back next week. So that was NASCAR weekend in Indianapolis. Now, the playoffs for the Cup Series has started. So I want to ask you guys, okay, who's going to be the first? I have the playoffs here. Who's going to be the first 4 out?
Alex Bowman.
Yeah, I'll tell you as his fan, we are going to be out in the first round. But I'm happy that we even made it because Dale didn't last year. So
Hey, there's a plus. So exactly which 16 are in? So I can just make my predictions.
So obviously Kyle Busch, Harvick, Truex, Keselowski, Boyer, Logano, Kurt Busch, Chase Elliott, Blaney, Jones, Dillon, Larson, Hamlin, Almirola, Johnson, Bowman.
Okay, I would say, in my opinion, I think it's gonna be Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, and give me some of the back runners. Did Jimmy make it?
Yeah, Jimmy made it.
Jimmy Johnson. There you go.
yeah, I'm going to disagree with you on the Kurt Busch because he's been running so much better as of lately.
That's my bold prediction. The only reason I say Kurt Busch is because we usually have those. I feel like we in the first couple of rounds we might have that one person that has been solid, but you know how the point system is. They might have 3 bad races or 2 bad races to take them out. And I just feel like Kurt Busch won't have luck for some reason. Just have that feeling in my stomach.
Let's see. All right, so Eric Almirola did end up making it on points.
Yep.
So did Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson.
I feel like Almirola might squeeze in.
Alex Bowman and Jimmy Johnson. All right, so my 4 that will get eliminated first is Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, Jimmy Johnson, and bold prediction here, Eric Jones.
Ooh.
Wow. All right. I mean, it can happen. Kamikaze.
Well, I'm pretty sure Johnson and Bowman are screwed. I mean, they don't really have any playoff points anyway.
They're just screwed.
Because, they're screwed because they just got no speed this season. I mean, they had some speed today. Some, kind of, if you could call it speed.
Hey, second place ain't bad. First loser.
Yeah. But last year, Johnson wasn't very fast, and he made it all the way to the round of 12, almost made the round of 8.
Yeah,
But that's because he had 15 playoff points from his wins.
Yeah.
He doesn't have those this year. So I don't think he can fall back on that.
All that came right at the beginning of the season, too, when he was still off the momentum of a championship, too. So,
well, exactly. Jones does have a win, though. So he does have some type of playoff points. It's not like he's going in there with 0. Alex Bowman, I can see Alex Bowman has scraps.
I could just see Eric Jones struggling at these first 3 tracks.
Okay. What is it? Richmond, Las Vegas, and the Roval? Is it those 3? Yeah.
Yeah. I could see Eric Jones struggling those.
Huh. I feel the race he'll definitely struggle at, in my opinion, would be I think the Roval.
I think
every rookie's not going to get through turn 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, William Byron during testing just plowed in the turn 1 tire barrier.
Yeah,
it's going to look like a pickup cup race is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun race to watch.
It will be fun, but I feel it's going to be I don't think any driver is going to leave that racetrack without have that race car leave the racetrack without any marks on it. It's not going to happen.
I'm almost convinced that at some point during the Roval weekend that a driver will forget about the chicane right before the start-finish line, come off turn 4 full throttle as if they're at the actual track, and plow into people as they come off the chicane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared about. I feel like someone's going to get hurt. I'm serious. I just have that feeling someone's going to get hurt.
I feel somebody's going to smash the tire barriers really hard on the back straightaway.
No, because I did that already in Heat 3.
Yeah, me too. Every time I go there, every time I drive there into that in that chicane, or even sometimes the first corner scares the hell out of me because like, oh man, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit the tire barrier. I did that a couple of times on the back straightaway. I hit. I'm like, yep. Yeah, that would have really hurt in real life. I feel someone. If I can't do it, maybe somebody in real life can't either.
What is actually dangerous and what will get people is something that gets me when I do the Roval. Right when you come off into turn 1, there is like a certain area where it's nothing but a little concrete circle right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that is going to get people.
That's gonna get painful.
I feel like William Byron actually screwed up. You know, when William Byron, I feel like he was trying to do the oval course and then he forgot, oh my god, I'm supposed to turn, and just didn't turn.
No, like I said, I think as many people have drove Charlotte like in the regular configuration, and maybe more or less in the Xfinity Series, this might happen. There's legitimately going to be someone come off turn 4, totally blank their mind, and forget that there's a chicane that they're coming up on.
Yeah.
I want to go now.
Now, see, the thing is, they did testing. They weren't even racing side by side. So can you imagine what it's going to be like in a pack? God. I'm going to call it now that somebody in that at the very start, very first corner, somebody's going to wreck.
If you can just survive that race, you might have a chance to win. So that might be the only thing to save someone like Alex Bowman if they can just survive.
It's like a NASCAR Heat 3 lobby. Like when you have like a YouTuber streaming.
If you could get a top 10 in that race, that's like a win. I would count that as a win.
Watch it just be the big 3 dominate, though.
Yeah, or that too.
No, they're not going to dominate. One of them are going to get in a wreck. I know dang well. Like, they're going to get rear-ended or something.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like if any of them's going to win it, though, I feel like Kyle Busch has got a good chance there. Because he's pretty smart road course racer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is pretty smart, and I think he can figure it out right away.
Not to mention he got the win at the Coke 600 too. So if that counts at all,
this race is definitely gonna be a different beast than the Coke 600. That's for sure. My first 4 drivers that's gonna be out of the playoffs is Alex Bowman, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Almirola, and Austin Dillon.
Oh, so we all have at least.
I wanted to see Almirola maybe go to the round of 12, but I don't know, man. I feel he's going to be gone after this round.
So we all agree on 2, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We all agree on 2. Hey, that's better than none.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we all make like a mock? Can we make is there any way we can make a mock? Like, who's gonna make it all the way to the final 4 and stuff like that? Is there like, we can do that?
I've seen someone do it, so yeah.
Like we could just write it down and like say it, because I think that's something that we should do, because I saw people doing that last year before the playoffs even started.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like make like predictions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna start right now.
I don't want to because I'm releasing that as a video probably tomorrow, and I need to get them sweet views, guys. I need to get them views.
See,
I'll do mine then.
See, I've also got my own weekly show, so I kind of that's something else I will do on that. So
you know what? I'll do it. Don't worry.
Are you going back to it, Danny, this week?
Yep, I have missed my own show for 2 weeks, and what do? The first chance that I can do something, I come on here. So I have neglected my own show for 2 weeks just to show up on Joseph's stream.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back.
If you don't mind me doing a quick plug, this week's show is going to be pretty exciting because we're going to have former NASCAR Cup Series driver and Busch Series driver Bill Lester on the stream with us this week, as well as someone we've had on the past with his upcoming driver Dylan Smith, always a popular guy to talk to in the garage area. And I think we'll also have somebody with public relations with Las Vegas Motor Speedway as well.
That's so cool. Like I totally forgot about Bill Lester until like I was on the show last week and that was brought up. I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? You're gonna have him on? That's so cool.
This is Danny B Talks, and here's 5 NASCAR drivers you forgot about.
Yeah, 5 NASCAR drivers you forgot about. Yep. IDK, you're making your By the way, don't mind me. I'm tearing up a cookie. So
Wait, what am I doing? What did I do?
your predictions. You seem like you're writing it down, man.
Oh, I just started. I have to like really think about this.
Oh, okay. Sorry for interrupting. Take your time.
This comment right here ain't even right. Will Bill have his brother Mo on? I'll just let y'all think about that.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm just tearing down a cookie. Really.
We're keeping this stream PG,
dude,
guys.
I'm hungry. I
PG.
swear to God. I'm
Oh,
making a mess on my desk now. But like I'm like, God, I have a show to do, but I'm so hungry, you know what I mean? And it's like, so
You gotta eat.
What?
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat, man. You gotta live.
actually, I'll
If you don't
change
eat,
it
you're
up.
not gonna live.
Was it last week titled the Food Podcast though? So
It was a couple weeks ago, and mainly got started because
What if?
when racing like talked about how sometimes when he eats chips, it cuts open his mouth for a reason. Like it scratches the inside of his mouth. I'm like, what chips are you eating?
Wait, hold on. Harvick won the championship, right? The participation award.
Kyle Busch did, I think.
Kyle Busch did.
Oh boy, I know he was excited. He doesn't care. No one cares. I'm surprised he didn't say it sucked.
Harvick's probably gonna be winning the actual championship though. So
Yeah.
I can maybe he's been good. I honestly I'd rather Kyle Busch win the championship over Harvick.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
I'm a Harvick fan, baby, and a Chase Elliott fan. Now I'm gonna have some.
Okay, I like you for the Chase Elliott part. Okay,
And Bubba and Ryan Blaney. There you go.
But
Actually, my
I'm
subscribers don't know.
gonna have to mute you. Okay, I'm muting him. I don't care. Anyways, yeah, screw him. Oh, I see. I was being generous. I could have just ejected him from this podcast, but I did not do that.
Unmute now.
No. Stop.
Man, this is abuse.
Stop. All right,
This
you know
is-
what?
This is embarrassing, man.
Okay, you can. Gosh darn it! I tried to unmute him, and then he unmuted himself. Okay.
you have no power here.
Yeah. Well, see, you would think the host of the call would like have control of that, damn. But I guess not. Google, you need to upgrade your stuff.
I've actually
Okay.
think that back one time on our stream, back when I would open it and close it with some music. Don't really do that no more. I would close everybody's cameras out. And one time, Eric just like randomly goes to turn the camera on, and he's just there like this right here. And I'm like, what the heck, Eric? Turn it off.
You have a dog. Oh,
You have a dog. Nice.
I had
He's
to
a
change
dog.
that. It was so cute.
I'm so happy.
Is
Yeah, I
that
know.
your dog?
Oh no. I found out the internet because of my old YouTube channel. Again, I had like that. I'm like, ooh, I cannot expose myself. Please stop. So I just changed it to a dog, so that I can't change it to IDK player.
Nice.
Well, now the world knows who you are. So
Oh yeah.
All right, so guys, NASCAR Heat 3 came out. I want to know you guys if you guys have played it. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Obviously, IDK.
Oh, you want to start with me first? Because that's gonna take
What?
like, the whole podcast.
The
Starting
what?
with me about it, like
Yeah.
Heat 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you want the long version or the short version? Because there's a million versions of this.
To be honest with you, I don't care.
Okay, so let's start off with the bad. So the camera. Oh my God, the replay camera. What
Camera.
the action? The replay camera is so bad. It's
I agree.
horrible. What?
I
Why do we
agree.
have Exalted in the corner? How can I make a thumbnail?
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like when I
I'm
went
like,
to the
ew.
4 games, I'm like, look at the replay thing. I'm like,
What'd you say to them? Did you say something to them? I would have said something. I'm like, dude, like, ew, stop, fix this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
definitely gonna be hard for when we do our NASCAR YouTube Pro Series to
Yeah.
get good quality footage of the races.
Exalted gets free sponsorship on us.
Nice.
No. No, but I'm happy they fixed finally the glitch for PS4, like the glitch where the damage glitch because like when I did my first compilation, it was like no damage. Everyone's like, "Oh, you forgot to turn damage." I'm like, "No, I didn't. It's just a glitch." We still have some glitches in this game. Like before you start a race, all you see are the tires for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's pretty funny.
Race like that.
Yeah, there's still a little bit.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. I was just going off. But there's like still the little glitches with the dirt series. Like somebody will flip upside down, and then half a lap later, you'll just see them zooming past you.
I think that has a lot to do about their internet connection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's motorsport too.
They're actually working on fixing that right now. They said they'll get that patch out sometime later this week.
Okay.
So that's what I saw from Ed Martin or somebody, one of the employees there mentioned it on Twitter that they noticed what's going on with online and the late models, the servers there. So they're gonna fix that.
To be honest, I don't hate the custom car customization. I mean, obviously, I do understand because we heard about the tweets why we could only use 4 numbers because apparently these teams own the numbers, apparently. And hopefully one day we could get up to like more than just 4 numbers. I wish we would get Paint Booth back like we did with Technics. Like that was super cool. I really like that. But I mean, I'm okay with the templates that we got now.
I hope one day we can go to more of a system like the way EA did it, where it was like just Photoshop basically.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
I didn't hate that either. But like to be honest, like I kind of like the templates that we have now. I mean, it made my car a little bit better, I guess. Looking the setups, I mean, I feel like the setups what they did was actually smart because not everyone is an engineer. Even though all you have to do is go to HD Motorsports to get an okay setup and like all that stuff. I really do like how they enhance the graphics. Now when you hit a car and from the behind, like you don't like spin out. Like, that used to be a huge problem in Heat 2. Like, you would hit a car from behind on a restrictor plate track, or he might come down on you a little bit, and all of a sudden the big one happens.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit, I guess, confusion of, like, on everyone's screens. Like, some screens you'd be like, oh, you came down on me. And then everyone else's screens is like, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Do you have that sometimes? Because I had that during my stream when we did the $25 giveaway.
Yeah, but I've had that problem a few times. Yeah.
Oh, soundtrack's horrible. I mean, straight up. I'm sorry.
There's a couple of good music. There's a couple.
Good.
My song didn't make it. That's the reason.
Because
you need to mute it anyways if you're going to stream, or else you get copyright. So
no, I started for the first time and I heard this music. I'm like, oh my god, like someone's dying back there. Like that was not music. Like to be honest, I looked at everyone that I looked at most of the people that everyone like sent in, and I don't remember seeing one of those being on there. Because if you look at people sent Imagine Dragons and all that stuff, I mean, obviously that's licensing issues, but
yeah, most of what I went and looked at all of the people when they first announced what was the soundtrack for it. All of these bands are like not even well known. So from what I understand, it looks like it was something that was just pretty not that expensive to get a bunch of songs for together.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but I will say this, like in NASCAR Heat 2, there were a few songs in that game that now I've heard, like, in other things. Like, there's one song I've seen in commercials. So it could be the launching point for some of these bands, too. Like, a lot of the music that was in NASCAR Heat 2, it wasn't really well-known, but then it became more well-known after it was in the game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can understand that. That's a good point. Any more thoughts?
Oh, yeah, of course. So we still have the speed glitch. I mean, I don't think that's going anywhere, to be honest, where, when you spam the options button. You didn't know about that?
No, I mean,
you spam the option. You could be on the hardest difficulty, but if you spam that options button with the worst team in career mode, you'll win every single race.
Yeah, see, I don't really like, I'm just like, I just put in my options, my settings, and I'm good to go. I don't even think about just spamming an option button. And I thought I heard something about that.
We could cut the track at some of these tracks that I found out the Roval. You can somehow cut the track. Actually, figured that out. They finally patched so you can cut the track at Sonoma. You cannot do that anymore, but you can still cut the track at Jefferson and the Roval.
Yeah,
so that's something to show off. But all around the game, actually, I like the game. I love the game. I love what they did with Homestead. I'm actually happy about that. For the Cup Series, I'm still not happy that some of these tracks are not at the right time. For instance, the Vegas race for the Truck Series, that's a day race, and there's no reason for that to be a day race.
Yeah.
Homestead. Ooh.
I do wish that the Bristol dirt race would be under the lights.
Yes, me too. I don't know why
Yeah.
that's a day race either. To be honest, for some of these tracks that they did show night race, I wish it was a little bit more darker. But I mean, so it's a change. To be honest, it really doesn't affect me. But like Homestead, they did really good with Homestead and Phoenix, or aka ISN this year. They decided to make the sunset a little bit better. It's not just like the glare anymore, like the sun. They made it like an actual sunset now. I kind of wish Homestead was still a night race. I feel like most of the people would agree with that, or at least a day into night. Hopefully, coming into NASCAR Heat 4 because of the new engine.
Yeah.
Xfinity Series, I feel like that should also be sunset for Homestead, but the Truck Series, there's no excuse for it not to be a night race, 100%.
That's true.
It's like I go to the truck race every year, and before it even starts, it's pitch black. They're literally the Cup Series is qualifying at night. There's no reason for it to be like an afternoon race on a Friday night or on a Friday.
I will say one thing: a track that they made probably worse than it was last year is Bristol. Like it's so.
Oh yes.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what kind of setup you put into it. Your car is gonna drive so tight at Bristol.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, because I did realize something. If you go to Heat 2 and then you go to Heat 3, it seems like they made it a little bit more flat. There's not as much banking. That's what I did see from gameplay too.
Because I had an identical setup in Heat 2 with an Xfinity car, and I could take it in on the straightaway, dive down on the bottom, coast out, and come out just fine. And even do that Truck Series. No, you can't do it in Heat 3. Like it's been made a little bit worse.
The thing is, you have to be more patient now. For now on Heat 3 with the Bristol, you got to be seriously more patient. There's going to be more vendors that will be rubbing like 100%, but there's no reason for it to be that like flat. Like it's not like flat like New Hampshire. It's just not as like banked as we would expect it to be. Now they did fix Martinsville.
I haven't really done a lot of Martinsville. Now I will say this: I'll give myself a pat on the back here because I have figured out the Bristol dirt track. I actually am looking.
Oh yeah.
I got Heat 3 pulled up here. As of now, I've got the 9th all-time fastest time at the Bristol dirt track with 16.156.
Hey.
Nice. I'm not. This is not career mode wise, but this is just like quick races or like online and stuff. But I've actually been nailing dirt racing pretty well. I think it's because I spent more time on it, even with career. Like I said, I obviously when you're doing online racing or like quick races, obviously you're in a fully upgraded car. But I feel I've been nailing the dirt racing pretty well for the most part, like on most of the tracks. Even Jefferson, I've got that nailed already. I think it's just
that's probably the most fun track on this game.
That
Period,
is so
100%.
much fun.
If you can just get used to the rhythm, it can be really, really fun. I do, for the simple fact of road course racing and road course I'm unfamiliar with, I do wish that there was a little bit of a track map for it. That's just all I'll say.
Yeah. Just a track map in general. Like, wish we just had a track map, period.
If it's an oval, that's fine. Just go left when you're supposed to go left. But a road course, please. I do.
Yeah, I could agree. Like if you like for the Roval or Sonoma, Glen, just all the road courses in the game, I can agree on that.
Thinking back to features from previous games that I wish could be incorporated into this. Do you remember in the Technics games how at the bottom it show like your little proximity radar and show how cars are? That was very useful for super speedway racing.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to complain about, and I don't know how realistic this is. You know how like when you spin in single player, and if you just come to a complete stop, there'll be just a train of cars just sitting right behind you that didn't hit you. Like they just come to like they just stop, and you're like, what just happened? Like you hit the wall, you stop, and all of a sudden you just see like a row of cars. That hasn't happened to you guys yet?
No.
I haven't paid too much attention. Wait, for restricted plates?
Yeah, well, pretty much any track. Like the cars are so like the AI are so smart now that if you spin, they will just all stop and go around you. Like some of them will hit you, but most of the time, most of them will just like find a way to get through.
Oh, okay. I got you. But Jefferson Raceway, that's a lot of fun to race around. I was like doing a stream yesterday, did some online racing. I swear to you, I probably pulled the best slide, like the best corner at Jefferson Raceway, the slide job. I just sent it in there, and the car stuck when I went for the lead. I was like 3 car lengths back, and I just sent it in the final corner, and slid right by him. Slid a slide job in front of him, blocked him, and didn't somehow hit the wall because I thought I was going to nail the wall, and I somehow stuck it. And it's just like, holy crap, how did I do that? Like, it's so much fun to drive around that track.
Oh, heck yeah.
Real.
I will say this. I think that, in terms of like their first console build at this, they've done pretty good to do a solid dirt physics for it. Obviously last year, they had Eldora for the Truck Series. Big time major improvements done between last year's Eldora and this year's Eldora.
Yeah.
It actually feels and looks more like a dirt track. There's like a glossy, icy look to it in places. If you run a longer race, you can actually start to notice and feel the track like wearing in a little bit. I don't know if you guys have really noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But I sure have, because grip gets a whole lot better as the run goes on.
To be honest, Oh, sorry. I was about to talk about how the cars feel too.
No, but I feel it's a big step up. I think for what 704 games have for dirt racing, I mean, obviously they can fix the issues with online, but other than that, I feel they've done well. I think they did a good job for what they have for the dirt series in the game. So, Jesus, I just saw a comment in the chat. Apparently, what that got hit, and someone's like, "Fuck me, daddy, you fat buffet eating cow." Wow.
Wait.
Rusty Walrus said that.
Wait, it's a what?
Oh, it's a fake Rusty. Or if it was a fake Rusty.
Oh, man.
Rusty.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, boy, more fake accounts.
Oh.
Well, Rusty, you've made it
Top
when you
10
got fake
anime
accounts,
twists.
so.
Yep. I don't know. I was just like talking. All of a sudden, I see that. I couldn't help but laugh about that.
I like how Rusty.
Oh, boy. IDC player.
That's funny. But no, again, for what they have for the dirt racing, I thought they did a good job.
What I also have to say is that the cars feel more heavier this year. I'm really happy about that. But until you put a setup in, when you put a setup in, you can make it feel as heavy you want, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tournaments of Champions, that was a huge step up. I remember when I first came out, I was probably like 6 or something. I refreshed the next day, I'm at like 100. So,
oh yeah,
there's something to say.
I haven't got a chance to do much on that, but I really need to get into it some more.
Yeah. The only thing is what I don't like about it probably is because there's always that one person that likes to just can't hang, or you know what I'm talking about? Like, you'll be on the last lap doing a great job, because it's not by how fast you do a lap, it's how fast you finish the entire race.
Yeah.
And if you have like one bad lap, you could kiss first goodbye. Like,
I know.
Goodbye.
And then you're like, oh, I guess
usually when that happens, I just disconnect. I just leave and I just go start up something else, because the thing is, it's happened to me a couple times on the last lap. There's that one person that waits there, and he doesn't even have to hit me to screw my lap up. He just has to move me out of the way or make me slow down, and it's just annoying. I wish they would kind of switch it to fastest lap, and then have like Saturday and Sunday be how quick you can finish the race.
Yep.
Because there's too many snipers out there. So.
I wonder, right now they've got it set for Las Vegas in the Cup Series. Are they going to do any of the other series involved in this?
I think so.
Yep.
I saw dirt tracks, right? I saw some dirt in there.
Because if they're going to be doing Bristol and dirt, I'm looking forward to that. Because I like I said, I really do love the way I've got that thing set up.
I believe Eldora is coming. Correct? I did see Eldora on there.
That's Eldora is my next one to work on. Pretty much, I think this setup I got is good for most of the ovals. I just got to take it to each one and play with it a little bit.
Yeah.
What's really realistic is how they, if you want a really good setup this year for plate racing, you better drop that thing to the ground, because I was going 207 down the backstretch without draft, and my car was scraping. Like, you could hear it scraping too. I really like how they did that this year. You go in a corner.
I didn't think about this when I was making the setup. I mean, the one I've got in right now will hit about 205, like when you first enter into the turn. But I started thinking about, how are the actual cars? They are like glued to the ground. I really need to get that thing down as low as it'll go.
Yeah, that's what I did. There's no ride height, so.
Yeah. But I honestly, I've been having a good time online last couple of days. It's been fun. Jeez. Chat, man.
I gotta sneeze.
I've been having fun with the chat.
Oh, yeah, sneeze?
These guys
No, I
Sneeze,
thought I
man.
could. It was coming to me and it stopped. I hate when that happens because like now I know I need to.
Chat is always a very nice and friendly place.
Oh, it is. You know, I appreciate. Hey, Chad. Let's all take the time to compliment one another. You know, and just show how good people we are.
That's hilarious. That's never gonna happen.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you guys. Like Sam, I like where NASCAR Heat 3 is going. Obviously, of course, you know, I mean, it just came out a few days ago, so obviously there's still going to be some bugs and glitches, but that's something they can patch up. Like they've already patched up a couple of things, and now they'll patch up a few more.
Yeah, they just did the PS4 patch for the damage issue that they was having. So, I think the next thing that they need to work on
Burnouts.
is. The burnouts is not the best, and
No, I didn't mean by that, Seth, because some people, even on PS4, not everyone still has damage, and apparently on Xbox and on PS4, some people don't even have burnouts.
I'm a little disappointed because in that trailer video that they released about burnouts, it looked like it was going to be like a camera angle that resembled more like it was for NASCAR 09, but when in reality it's just the chase view and then your driving views. So I was a little disappointed on that because it really looked like it would be like the EA style.
Yeah, same here. I thought it was going to be a cinematic camera, which that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, I agree with that.
But what I do gotta say is I'm happy that everyone pretty much kind of like, I feel like everyone except for probably a couple people like Seed, you know, everyone like jumped onto the hype train for NASCAR Heat 3. Sorry.
Right.
I had to say it.
I mean, here's the thing with them. They have done nothing but improve. Like I haven't seen them release a new game that I felt was a downgrade from last year. And if they continue to go on that trend, that's what you need. That's what we're looking for. You know, the day that they do put out a game that feels like a downgrade, that'll be the day that they need to evaluate what they're doing. But right now, they always are improving. So,
yeah, and they got to 2029 now until.
Oh yeah.
So they can still do a lot and definitely a lot of improvements. But I think what they got so far, if they patch up a few smaller things, I feel they're getting somewhere good. They're going the right direction. And then because I even told them I'm excited to see what the game will probably look like either for next year or for 3 to 4 years or 5 years down the road, or even their final game ever. Like, what is it going to look like? You know, so I'm excited.
It's like
that.
I like how
by 2029 it's going to have like a Grand Theft Auto feel to it, walking around the garage area, running, running away from fans who are trying to get autographs and just
or like you know, after the race you get pissed off at a driver, you can go just punch him. Like me and like
that's something that I've always wanted, even back in the EA days, like, when they had
free mode.
Like just have like the GTA 5.
They had like contracts from the USC games right back then. I mean, just input some of the UFC stuff. That'd been great.
Just have the fighting fists, that'd be fun for online racing. Like me and like say IDK wreck me, and then all of a sudden after the race, like get out of my car, punch. I'm like, you son! Just like shoving.
I wish some people would actually go like ask 704.
Oh, really quick. A bit funny. Let's say for the career mode wise, if like you just get an altercation stuff, you get fined and penalized and stuff.
You know,
like just your money goes down, you get fined for your team. I'm like, yes, I made it.
Just be the most like so in their career mode and like have like okay, the race is over. Now you're switching over to truck driver mode. Drive it back to North Carolina. Okay, now you're back at the office. You are now Mr. Rick Hendrick. Make the decisions for the week this week.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, can I say something? And I'm like so serious, and I wish they have this soon. I do wish that we have a free mode. No, like you know how like in Destiny you could just like run around and do whatever you want. Like you know how in 2K, have you ever seen 2K YouTubers? But like before they got on the spot, you just have like a million people around you, like just right there. Like I wish we had that because like it's just cool just to be in free mode. Like they can have mini games. Like I'm so serious. Like I hope someone tells 704 this. Like I wish I could give them this idea because it's actually really possible. Like something small, like you're in a garage area and like you could have like mini games to earn credits to go like unlock stuff to like make your character look different. Like you know how I don't know if you guys had this, the Nintendo DS for Indy 500. You guys have that? There is like a little game mode that you have to like go change the tires and all that in a certain amount of time. Like you can have game modes like that, like a game mode like let's say go-kart racing, like all that stuff. Like to be honest, I just feel like it would just be have a new feel to it. Did we just have?
There's still another. There's another box there, as if there's two kamikazes in here.
Okay, so there's two of me now.
Which
so
one
everyone
of you
run
is
for
the
the
real
hills.
one?
Goodness
This is like
gracious,
unfriended.
there's two
We're
of
gonna
me.
put their hands up.
It's like, who's the real one?
Oh no!
Like, I don't know. You look suspicious. Maybe you should tweet.
God help the planet if there's two of me. I swear. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Wait.
I'm
How do I-
confused.
Oh my god.
You presented.
You're presenting.
Yeah, I know I did. How do I get off my screen now? I just did something.
We're professionals.
That one. Oh, I got it. Wait, did I get it? Talk?
Talk.
Huh?
Okay, I got it. That's fixed. It's
Talk.
not just at me. I'm like, what did I do? What? Okay.
Oh, we should just all went with it and just stop, like just freeze.
Tonight,
Oh yeah, just
tonight's stream is
like there's a
brought to you
pause
by-
feature. Like freeze.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by technical difficulties.
No,
But wait,
I
I'm serious. Do you guys think that would be a cool idea? Just like a free mode to just do
no,
like
I
just
know
fun
where
stuff
you're
on your
going with it,
board?
and I think it would be cool.
Well, the
Yeah,
WWE
didn't they have that in NFL 2K5 kind of, right?
NFL
Didn't they have one then?
2K?
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's
I remember
2K, they
that.
have that.
With WWE 2K18 and like the career mode, you're like walking around backstage, but you walk as if you're like as if a wrestler has like punched right up your like rear, and then you can't walk. So
No, but I'm talking about like a multiplayer. Like this is like something actually like this is actually pretty cool. Like a multiplayer free mode. Like you could customize your character. You could bring speed points back and actually use speed points
That'd be cool.
to unlock stuff.
Yeah, like let's say you get in your car in the garage and you're driving around in the garage area and trying to get out. Like leave the drive out of the garage area onto pit road and onto the track, and then after you're done, just drive back into your garage.
I
I
just
think
feel like
If you
it'd be cool.
accidentally hit a fan, you get your NASCAR card pulled. You have to go to trial.
I think at that point, if they've gone that
And there's the
realistic,
courtroom mini game
oh,
where you
gosh.
gotta
I just
gather
feel like that'd be the
evidence.
best idea. Seriously, I want someone to tell 704 that
Hey,
get a free mode in this game for NASCAR Heat 5.
If it's
Like,
later
that
in your
would be the
career and you're
best
rich,
thing.
then you get a better lawyer.
At that point,
Yeah.
if they've done
Man,
all this, I think
that's in-depth
iRacing
right
will go
there.
out of business.
No, because like you can have like go-karts over here, you can have mini games over here that you can play against people. Like the winner stays, like the top 5 stay, and like the 3 losers, like if you have like 8 people, to like 8 through 6 have to get kicked out and
Hey.
stuff like that. Like this is something cool.
Speaking of the dirt tracks and stuff, you guys saw the dirt track at inside Indianapolis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like, can you imagine if they continue the dirt series thing, they add that to the next game? With
Here,
another dirt track, just more dirt tracks.
here's something that I'm thinking of. Why not do some more dirt tracks as DLCs?
That would actually
Yeah.
be pretty cool. But the only
That
thing
would be
is, I
cool.
feel like that wouldn't cover the hot pass. If they do that for another year, I feel like the hot pass will be costing more a little bit.
Yeah,
The 40.
Maybe not do like don't go crazy, but like do just 2 or 3 throughout a year or something like that. Like do something like if they can get them to cooperate, do something like Volusia Speedway, Knoxville, or something like that.
yeah.
That would
I
actually
like
be
it.
pretty cool. But I'd have to say one thing. Last year with the hot pass, like I don't want to say it was a waste, but they did do a good job with the paint schemes. They put paint schemes out there that I didn't even care for, to be honest. But they did like overload with paint schemes. But custom car customization, I believe we got one more template and we got like
Yeah.
our flags.
Yeah.
But fun fact here: the guy who does all of the painting on that is high key just a really good person. He does such a good job making them accurate as can be. His name, and you'll recognize from the game, is Elliott Henderson, who is the driver for the Elliott Henderson graphics late model in this game. He does all of the paint scheme recreations. Him and I think they got another guy, Cody, does some work with him. Cody does a lot with the custom paint scheme stuff. Those guys have done a lot of work in that game, and
I wish I could talk to these guys about these ideas. Oh my god! Like, I feel like they need to
those guys that I know, their job is to just recreate the schemes, though. They don't do much on the creative side of it.
No, I'm talking about like the people that like pull out the new ideas, like the Dirt series. They did a great job. Whoever came up with that idea, thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Here's the thing, like that ARCA is going to start taking effect in NASCAR in 2020. Think about it in a couple years if they decide to add ARCA into the NASCAR game.
I'm really wanting to see ARCA, K&N, and make the modifieds come back. I really want to see those in the coming years of the games.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
And Danny, you got this. I remember, I think it was the first podcast I ever got on. You got it like spot on. Remember when Ed Martin tweeted out something about my work here isn't done?
Yep.
I went back to that. And you said there's a possibility there's going to be a Dirt series. I looked back at it, and to be honest, like you got a spot on. That was perfect. I feel like we're going to get another hint sometime in November about, let's say if he says the same exact thing at a local pavement track.
If you see him at like something like Nashville Fairgrounds, that'd give it away. It's ARCA.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I could see a K&N, but the thing is, like the K&N is two other series. So you have the East and you have the West. Unless they both combine both series to make it easier.
I think they would do that. Just say the K&N series and just do a few of the drivers, and they don't even have to do no 40 car fields for that. They could get 20 drivers and just do that.
Yeah.
Because there is kind of a misconception here that you go from Dirt series automatically to the Truck series. Like if they just fill in that small gap right there. So it goes Dirt series and hey, let's go to Dirt series. Let's move up to the ARCA series. And then from the ARCA series, you'll be pretty much getting seen from, let's say, a Kyle Busch Motorsports. Or you could go from the Dirt series and you feel like some of these, like you can still get hot seats from the Truck series because they think you're that good in the Dirt series for you to move up. Like to kind of skip it.
I see it as though you get the option in that middle ground between Dirt and Trucks, and and if they can eventually get all three series into one game, say, okay, here's your option. Do you want to compete in ARCA, K&N, or Modified? This will determine your path for the next few years of your career.
Yeah.
Or you could do all three if you want. Like, or if you want to do some of those. Like if you, let's say you really want to do ARCA, but you also really still want to do the Dirt series. Like you could do hot seats with the Dirt series, or you could do like some races with Dirt series in the K&N series.
Well, I think what they should do, like obviously start off in Dirt, no matter.
Oh,
what.
100%.
But then there's like an option where it's like
go left or right.
What?
Like you go? Are you trying to say whether you go left or right? Like you start with the Dirt series and like it kind of splits. You can either go to K&N or
no.
ARCA?
Let's say like you start off Dirt series, and then you have an option like, do you want to move into ARCA or K&N? You know, as your next step.
Or what if you the term, depending on how you did in Dirt, determines where you go after that. If you just did kind of just okay on Dirt, then maybe you're going to the Modifieds. If you was winning a few races here and there, you're going to the K&N series. But if you went out and won a championship, then you're going straight to ARCA.
Yeah. And
see, there are some things that F1 actually did right, and I actually like to take off of what F1 did with their games, because what F1 did with their games, you can actually get fired.
Yeah.
If you're not doing good.
That's true.
I think that would be something pretty cool too.
You can get fired on this one, can't you?
I watched the video on it. Some guy did so bad, McLaren released them. So.
Ouch. No, like you're off the team. Sorry.
No, they did. They said goodbye.
It's like, oh. Then you have to work harder too.
To be honest, I'll go.
As much as we joke about the things that they can do to make it more interactive and better, one game I always think about, and it reminds me maybe it's not a good idea to go that detailed, was the flop that was NFL head coach, which was just Madden, that you didn't actually play football.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is a limit on things you should and shouldn't do in this kind of style.
That's true. That's true. But anyways, I thought NASCAR Heat 3 an improvement from NASCAR Heat 2 for sure. I like where it's going. Then of course, now that gets me excited for next year's game because they even told me that after we release NASCAR Heat 3, we're immediately going to start thinking about next year's game and start planning.
That's
and
awesome.
That's what I like to hear from them. It's like they're already getting started and they're ready to go to work on next year's game. I mean, obviously they still gotta work on this year's game, like patches and stuff and DLCs. But the fact that I hear him say that we're gonna work on next year's game right away, like he told me that when we released the game on Friday, that I think today they said that we're gonna have our first meeting to start next year's game, which is cool. It's because with some games, like even some companies, like you kind of have to do that. I think you have to do that with every gaming company, especially you got like sports things like NBA 2K or Madden or Call of Duty. Or games like that, like they have to, like Call of Duty comes out every year, a new one. They have to, I guarantee you, immediately as soon as the release of Black Ops 4 comes out next month, they have to get ready to start working on next year's.
Yep.
So that's what they're doing with the NASCAR games, which is good to hear.
Since they do have the contract for so long, they are now expected to always produce it at this time of the year now.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, the first 3 years was kind of like, okay, let's just see how this company's going to do. And then at that point, the investors are like, okay, these guys are slowly making improvements. I think they're worth putting our money into.
Oh yeah. And when I mentioned them that they were saying their contract to 2029, they just told me that they feel really confident that we can go till that point. And
2029 is still so far away. Who knows what video game technology is even going to be like by then?
Oh, I know. But they said they feel very confident that they can improve their games each year. So I like hearing that. I like hearing their confidence. But yeah, I even when NASCAR Heat Evolution came out, I remember when they invited me out to check out NASCAR Heat 2. I'm just thinking, I know, like when I saw improvements from Heat Evolution to NASCAR Heat 2, I'm like, I know these guys got potential. I mean, they're obviously they still got a lot more work to do, but I feel as long as they stay in contract, stay with the gaming license, like in the next few years, I feel these guys has potential. I didn't give up on them, to be honest with you. Like I know there were a few things that I didn't like about Heat Evolution, and then of course Heat 2. There's still a few flaws that I didn't like, but I know for sure I feel confident that they can improve each year. And from what I'm seeing with NASCAR Heat 3, they've definitely made me more confident in them that they can get the job done.
Well, what's good about Heat 3 is that it not only appeals to your diehard NASCAR fans. I know people who don't watch NASCAR, but they are diehard dirt racing fans who are buying this game literally just for dirt late models. Literally, if you go into the multiplayer lobbies, most of the time it's going to be the dirt series. Like most people are just wanting to play that dirt series, and that's good. That's fine. That opens up the door for more people to want to buy the game. I know it's marketed as a NASCAR game. You're not going to see the World of Outlaws. You're not going to see Scott Bloomquist in this. But this, in a way, if they are doing such a good job with this technology, you might see down the road that 704 might end up with a dual contract between both NASCAR and someone like World of Outlaws. You might see them doing 2 games. I don't know.
It could be. You never know. And I think that would be good for them too if it gets to that point. But like I said, I feel 704 games got a lot of potential, so I'm really excited to see what they can show for the next at least few years. For next year, and then years down the road. So apparently, NASCAR Heat 3 definitely approved. It seems like we've got mostly positive thoughts about it. Of course, they still got a few small issues. Not really. And that's what I've noticed too. It seems like they haven't had major issues with this year's game. They've had a few like small things they had to fix and patch up, but I don't think I've seen anything that's like horrible. So at least as long as they're getting those fixed, that's good. Like they got the damage model fixed, and then now they're fixing maybe the Dirt Online servers. They're fixing that, which is good. So NASCAR Heat 3 seems like it's been positive for all of us here. All right, so this weekend, guys, first playoff race for the Cup Series, Vegas, to kick things off. So I want to know you guys' picks for Las Vegas this weekend. So I'm going to start off with IDK. Your pick to win the race and your underdog pick.
Well, it's a mile and a half, so I got to go with Mark Truex Jr. to start off. I'm so sorry back there if you hear that. So it's a mile and a half. I don't want to go anywhere crazy. I'm going to go with Martin Truex Jr. My underdog pick, to be honest, if I really do see something happening. Underdog. Can we do like underdog as like the top 5 in points? Because I don't see anyone else like really. I don't see a real underdog like really getting a win here. So if I really got to do it, I got to go once again, Eric Almirola.
Okay. It's not a bad pick.
I'm kind of similar to him, except I believe Kevin Harvick will win. They won at Las Vegas earlier in the year. Granted, they had the controversy of the whole window fiasco. I don't see that happening, though, this time. I do see Kevin Harvick winning. It's been a while since we actually ran a track like this one. It's been a little bit. I think we'll get back to normal. Kevin Harvick will win it. And my underdog, Kevin Harvick's teammate, Eric Almirola, needs to win more than anybody else at Stewart-Haas Racing to advance and keep everybody going. I think Kurt Busch is fine to race on more. I think that Clint Bowyer is fine to race on more. But with the 3 tracks we got coming up, I think this is the only one I see Almirola having a good shot at getting a win. I think Harvick will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Almirola won as well.
Okay. Kamikaze?
Harvick. It's a mile and a half. Honestly, though, I looked at the forecast for this weekend, and apparently it's supposed to get over 100 in Vegas.
Yes.
Ooh.
Very hot.
So what that leads me to believe is that we might have a Chicagoland on our hands where the track's going to be really hot and slick, and it's going to be a lot like Chicago, hopefully.
Thing is, I can't go the entire weekend. I'm only going to Sunday, so I'm like literally leaving early Sunday morning, go to the track, watch the race, and then head back home. But I'm already prepared. It ain't honestly, it ain't going to be the hottest race I've ever been to. I've been to worse. I remember back in when Auto Club used to do the Labor Day races. It was 2007 that it got up to 107 degrees that day, even in the evening. And you couldn't even stand on track. We had like pit passes, and, obviously there's an area you can stand and watch driver introductions. It was so hot on that track. Like you can even feel the heat from up. Like if you put your hand like even right here, you can feel the heat from the ground, and you can feel the heat kind of with your your shoes too. It was so bad. It was so bad. So Vegas is like, well, if there's at least a breeze, like a good strong winds, I'd be okay with that. But no, it's gonna be a hot one for me, that's for sure. But it should be fun. I'm too distracted anyways while I'm at the track that I don't even pay attention to that.
It's amazing the difference in weather that we've seen this season. We had snow at Martinsville. We've had rain problems at Bristol and Michigan and Indy. So.
Yeah, and then the hot weekend at Chicagoland too. I mean, it's crazy because like last year's Indianapolis race, it was hot, they said, and then this year's like really cold and wet and rainy. It's like, man, it's a difference of 2 months right there, huh? But you said your pick to win was Harvick.
Yeah, and my underdog, not much of an underdog, but I think Larson has a good chance. He almost won Chicagoland, and if the conditions are going to be similar, I'd say he's got a good chance at it.
It seems like Larson can drive in any conditions. I can say the same thing with Kyle Busch too. Seems like they know how to drive really good in different conditions. All right, so my race winner is going to be Kevin Harvick. I don't want it to be Kevin Harvick, but realistically and statistically, I feel it's going to be Kevin Harvick. My underdog pick, and he finished in the top 10 last time at Vegas. Although I did pick him for as an underdog pick for Indianapolis. I'm gonna keep my pick from last week. I'm gonna say Paul Menard. He finished ninth in Vegas back in the spring, and I feel he can have another top 10 run, in my opinion.
For Menard, baby.
And he actually got a top 10 today too.
Yeah, he did. He did. I haven't even seen the actual full race results.
I can't lie, he's doing way better than they went to Wood Brothers.
I hate that he did miss the playoffs because Paul Menard's actually done fairly decent, I felt like, but at the same time, I guess not decent enough to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. He had a few bad luck. I mean, he's been, I would say, somewhat at times consistent. He did finish ninth at the Brickyard today, so that was a good run for him. McMurray, think about this, McMurray. They said earlier that we knew this was coming, obviously, but it's for sure that McMurray's not going to be in that one car for 2019. But yet, the doors are still open for him to compete in next year's Daytona 500. But yeah, he's mostly gone in that one car. He had a good run today, 7th place. Eric Jones finished second. That was. I didn't even know he was up that high position until the front. What?
I'm in a Denny. What happened? He just lost his speed out of nowhere.
I think he was just too loose. Either that or he knew that Keselowski was coming, and he was just driving too hard, just trying to keep him behind, and just he was screwing up a little bit. But I felt like Keselowski was faster, and I believe I felt Boyer was faster than Hamlin too. Just couldn't find a way to get to him and I would say get to him and get around him. But yeah, Keselowski's car, they found something in the final laps too, and I knew in that final restart Keselowski was going to be better than Hamlin, and I wasn't wrong about that. I think a lot of people can agree on that. But Harvick had a couple mistakes today, but still ended up 4th. Kyle Busch, about 2-3 issues. I mean, before first pit stop, I guess him and Harvick was going to pit together, and there was a miscommunication there. Yeah. Commitment line violation. So, but yet still recovered to finish 8th. Newman got a top 10. It was a good run for him. Kurt Busch, he's been doing pretty good the last few weeks. Got the win at Bristol, and he finished 6th today. But, Kenseth got 12th, but he got a stage win. That was pretty cool to see that 6 car competitive today, actually.
Yep. All hail the 6.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty fun. Of course, Truex, geez, he is. I was thinking the other day, when they first announced that Furniture Row was not going to be in operations next year after this season, I should say. And I'm not trying to assume, but I mean today he lost a brake rotor, and they even said that they had problems with it even before the race started. But he's just on this slump that I never would have thought I'd see out of him this season. It's just unbelievable. And hopefully he can get out of this but when the playoffs since the playoffs is now here, hopefully he can get out of this mess. But I was wondering if ever since they said they were gonna, I would say once the rumors start coming in about when it first was rumored that there's not going to be a Furniture Row next season, and now it is. I wonder if they're too distracted by it. They're trying to so hard to try to compete and actually be aggressive and try to go out on a high note, but yet they're screwing up at the same time. I wonder if that news that they're leaving after this season is maybe taking some effect. They're so distracted by all that. I don't know. But hopefully Truex gets out of the slump, man. I guess it's wow. It's crazy. And you know what? That's starting to leave me questions. Is if he keeps having runs like this, is he going to be a Final Four driver for the playoffs? He's not going to be if he has those kind of runs. That's for sure.
The thing is, I've been saying this all year. We have seen 3 drivers consistently winning all season, but the way that this playoff format is set up and the way that it is in the last little bit, I don't see those same 3 also being in there. Although they have been the final 3 last year and before, I don't see it this year because of the simple fact that they're all like on a single level. But when we get to those last 3 races, I feel like there's too much of an opportunity for other people who could be in that final 8 to have an advantage. Like when we get to a track like Martinsville, I could see the 9 team coming out pretty good in that one.
Yeah. But no, that's hopefully Trix gets out of the slump. IDK, I saw you were playing NASCAR Heat 3.
I'm sorry, I have a huge project. I have to him on.
No,
like,
it's cool, man. We were talking about it during the podcast. Just go ahead.
No, I just want to talk. It's just because I have school and all that stuff. I'm trying to get all of my recording done today.
No, it's cool.
Okay, cool. No, but to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to feel rude. Like I just have a huge so much stuff. No, but to be honest, I still feel like Truex is going to probably get to the Final Four because you could have these types of races, and it's not like the old system. You can still have these type of races. Like he's probably going to do pretty well at these 1.5 miles because remember, Homestead is 1.5 miles. You could if Larson has a couple bad races, but if he starts winning Larson, you can see him as a Final Four driver and contend and probably be a huge threat because how well he runs at Homestead. He had Homestead last year, 100%, but he decided wait. I guess you could say be a nice guy and let Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. battle it out because to be honest, if he didn't, Larson could have ran away with it.
He could have.
Hey, something else that I wanted to point out that we didn't really discuss. Daniel Suarez didn't keep with his promise.
What was that?
To make that he was going to make the playoffs.
He promised that they would make the playoffs. They didn't make it. And in turn, that's going to shoot himself in the foot because he's not going to be back in that car next year.
No. I mean, I like Suarez. I met him a couple of times, and he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But it's a shame, man. I was hoping.
Can't promise that.
No, I know. But, it's such a shame because I really had when he got into the Cup Series, maybe a little too quick. But I felt I was hoping he had high hopes for to be in that 19 car with Joe Gibbs. I wanted for him to do well, and it's just he hasn't. It's a shame. But but I would never make a promise about that. It's why would you promise that?
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. We cannot give any of these, including the rookies that are coming next year. I saw everyone's predictions. We had William Byron winning. We had Bowman winning. We had everybody winning. All these rookies going to come up like they're Lightning McQueen. And to be honest, I just think the way everything's going right now, the amount of experience that they have, I don't think they're getting that much experience. They're doing great in the Xfinity years, but when they come up, they're scared. They're just I feel like they're just the level of what's the word for it? Someone help me out. The level.
It's a different level of competition.
There we go. Yeah.
There are still veterans who are shining, and there's no need to get rid of these drivers, but keep them around somehow because there's going to be a time when they're needed because then they will be the veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, if we have
when you think about it, they will.
To be honest,
look at the one example I always go back to is Joey Logano. He got a fluke rain win in 2009, his rookie year. He wouldn't win again until 2012, I think, in the 20 car at Pocono. And then when he went over to the 22, he actually became a pretty good driver. So these drivers just need a lot of time to get comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Like Chase Elliott took him 3 years to win. Kyle Larson took him 3 years to win. It's just all situational. There's going to be a time when these drivers are the ones in charge, but it's not now.
When was the last rookie to win? Chris Buescher, right?
But that was still by rain, though. So
yeah, I know. But I feel like the rookies that we see next year, let's just not try to hype them up because
what rookies are we
is-
even gonna see?
we might see Christopher Bell next year. I don't know if we might see them next year. We might actually see some rookies next year. You believe it or not?
Well, we
Yeah.
might see Ryan Priest from the way it sounds, and
Mhm.
I hope, you know,
We see
granted,
Chain, Ross Chastain.
Oh yeah.
we could see Cole Custer in the
Yeah.
41.
I would not hype him up. Please, just don't hype him up.
Well, no,
because
I think
we
it'd be
need
cool
them to
to
grow.
see them. I think it'd be cool to see them in the series, and see what they could do. But for sure, I wouldn't hype them up. But man, I mean, still be like, this is awesome. Like, I'm looking forward to see how he'll perform. But of course, I wouldn't hype him up.
No, because I feel like over the years we've hyped some of these drivers. So we hyped Chase Elliott up like so high. We thought he was the next coming of Jesus. Dear Lord. We hyped up William Byron this year.
I mean, have you been
Alex
to a
Bowman.
track lately? They still think that. So
No, like, oh yeah, of course, because when he won, this man could have had a documentary of like people could have made a documentary
yeah.
of how great his career has been so far.
Yeah. Speaking of Chase Elliott. So, is there any question that he's probably going to be the most popular driver in the Cup Series this year?
Oh,
not
100%.
not a doubt, not a doubt.
Yeah, it's funny because when they started the voting that for most popular driver, I just went on Twitter like, "Congrats, Chase Elliott."
You know,
I know you're gonna win it. There is no doubt he's gonna win. It would
when
not surprise me one bit. I can't think of any other driver that gets
Bubba
that
Wallace.
amount of cheers other than Dale Jr. when he was racing.
Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace has a big fan base, but not as big as Chase Elliott.
Oh, Chase Elliott's the biggest.
I feel like the big three out of fan bases are going to be Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and Bubba Wallace. Won't even hesitate to say that.
Blaney
Oh,
is not a bad pick, but I feel Chase Elliott's got the loudest fan base. They got the loudest fan base. He's got the loudest fan base in the sport right now.
Hey, he does have a chance to win a championship, so I mean,
He
if
does.
I saw him win the championship. Ooh, man, you'll hear me screaming.
I feel he can go all the way to the round of 8. I don't see him as a Final 4 though.
Like
You
I
never know.
like I told
But
you,
you never know.
he
know.
has redemption coming for Martinsville.
Oh yes.
Can you imagine if he turned to Hamlin in the final laps? That would be funny. The crowd would definitely love it.
He has got redemption coming for Martinsville. That I was there for that one, and I have no doubt that they can't get him another good car for that one.
To
He
be
actually
honest,
ran decent in Martinsville this year too. So
Yeah, it's hard to really remember a lot about that one because obviously it was much different weather conditions. Well, it's actually not going to be too different from how it's going to be in the fall because when I was at the fall race last year, it was kind of rainy, but it was also freezing. I was bundled up for that one.
yeah. I heard that it was pretty cold over there. Yeah, because the snow the day before, of course, the day after, at least the sun came out. But yeah, I can imagine it was still pretty cold.
I really do have to say one thing. If Chase Elliott makes it to the round of 8, he has an advantage, I feel like, going into that round because, look, if he could survive Texas, he has Martinsville and he has Phoenix. I feel like those two tracks are playing his advantage, and you did see it last year.
Martinsville is the one I would have circled to make it to and win because Texas, I see Texas being more
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch maybe, but more Harvick and Larson.
Yeah.
And then Phoenix, Harvick.
All you gotta do is you don't even have to win a race if you just get consistently in the top 5, top 10 in those rounds, especially top 5. You can easily make the next round off that.
The fact that I see Martinsville being Chase's race and Texas being Larson's race is what makes me think we're not going to see all 3 of the big 3 in Miami.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to see. We have 10 weeks. We'll figure that out in the 10 weeks. That's for sure.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the hate that's going to happen. Because I know Kamikaze is going to make a rage video. If Martin Truex Jr. doesn't make it to the Final 4, you're going to hear NASCAR is such a piece of shit.
Granted, I like Chase Elliott. I would love it if he somehow got there and won a championship. Don't see it happening. But if it does go down that way, it would show a lot of flaws in the system because there's no reason why Harvick, Truex, and Cabo should have anyone else to worry about but themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I mean, here's like someone told me this one time too. Like, let's say it's not. I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I think it definitely is. But you can win like 35 races, make it to the final 4, but you finish second, and the other driver you're trying to beat for the championship wins.
And that's what's wrong with the system.
Like, how do you go winning 35 races and then you go into the final race, you finish second because the other guy that you're trying to beat wins, and you don't end up winning the championship? Like, that's so screwed up.
Now, granted, if you're like Tony Stewart in 2011, he didn't win a lot until the chase started.
Yeah.
Now, if you go out and you do that, okay, yeah, no, you have all of a sudden opened up this can of worms and you're winning as much as other people did. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you all of a sudden have just gotten all that momentum right then and it's all consistent, that's fine. But if you're like playing the system in your favor to just kind of just be there, get there, and then that's the one where you make it all count. That exposes the system.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I don't hate NASCAR. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't like the format, but I'm obviously still gonna watch NASCAR. I feel like if they switched it up to making it go from 16 back to either 12 or 10 drivers, it will be more entertaining. Like, even if they just took out the win in your end. Okay, let's say they just take out win in your end. Obviously, Austin Dillon won't make it if they put it down to 10 drivers because he won one race and then it looks like he fell asleep the rest of the season. And then it's like, even with me, when Harvick won that first race, I'm like, okay, now all I have to do is hope for is Chase to win a race, and I'm good. I don't have to watch till September. Because the thing is like, if they just took out when you're in and probably kept the rounds and lowered it from like 16 to either 12 or 10, I feel like it'd be more entertaining.
You know what helped them more than anything when they first brought that in was the fact that the first person who won in 2014 was Dale Jr.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that.
I just feel like you take out winning or in, it's gonna be so much better because
I agree.
I'm
okay with the 16 drivers that then after three races around, I'm okay with that. But yeah, take the win and you're in away.
I would even say take it out for playoffs too. I'm serious.
No, right. Yeah.
Because to be honest, I don't think that needs to be in playoffs. And the thing is also is because, like, let's say there was a huge wreck today. Huge. Catastrophic. Right? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of the dust, we see Daniel Suarez, Mexican flags waving, and crosses the start-finish line and beats Alex Bowman out of the championship run for the playoffs. What a shocker that would have been. Would you be like, this man was asleep the whole year, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Daniel Suarez makes it through the huge wreck and wins.
Yeah. Not that. Yeah, I agree. See, I mean, there's some things I like and some things I don't like about the playoff system. But you never know. NASCAR could change in a few years. We'll see. Sometime next few years.
2020, we might be single season championship run on short tracks. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be. All right. Well, you guys got any final thoughts you want to say before we head off?
Nope.
No?
Kamikaze?
Nah. I mean, I haven't said anything all night because I have a sore throat and all, but I don't have anything else.
Oh man, you didn't have to be on tonight if you had a sore throat.
Oh no. I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, we had the big I had a big long chat about NASCAR Heat 3, and I mean, I went to Walmart to get it, and I'm looking at the thing. I see nothing. I see NASCAR Heat 2, and I'm like, okay, that's not it. I go to the person at the desk. She takes me back over there, points at NASCAR Heat 2, and no, That's not it. So
Hey, I want to say something real fast. I had no clue they were even doing this version of it. They did a collector's version this year, and it included a little 164 NASCAR Heat 3 diecast. I had no clue they were doing that. I seen it at Walmart the day that it was released.
oh, your Walmart had it, huh?
They had the regular and the collector's version.
Wait, hold on. Did you pre-order it? Did you pre-order it?
I pre-ordered it from
No.
GameStop, but
I think if they pre-ordered, you would have probably had a version, like a copy of it.
Well, yeah, they might have tossed it down there if I pre-ordered it, but like, I mean, I have no blame of myself in that case.
Time to make a rant video about it, you know?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Like-
lie.
run right
He's
now.
got-
Where's my phone?
He's
Okay,
got his computers.
I'll
He's
say it
got
like
his computers
this.
right there. He's like, turn around. Time to make a rant video.
Hey, I'm not gonna
during
lie.
the stream.
I'll
To be
say-
honest, oh, go.
I'll say it like this. Whenever a game is coming out that I want, that I know I'm going to get, I always go to Kroger and I get a GameStop gift card because, especially when they do it where you get like 4 times your fuel points. So that just helps me save more cents. So I'll go get a gift card and then I'll go to GameStop and, pay like $10 a week on it. And then it's not even like you're dropping a lot of money right there. Do that for 5 weeks, dropping, $10 a week for 5 weeks. And then, boom, you've got your game bought like that.
I
Yeah.
am so confused. What did you just say? Hold on. Wait. You just go buy a card, and then like every 5 weeks, you said, "Hey, here's my card. I'll be back here next week with the same card." Or
get a gift card.
yeah.
Kroger gives you fuel points. You save money on gas.
Oh, okay.
That's where
Okay.
he was going. I know where he was going with it, but I didn't want to
'Cause
say
I don't
it.
have a Kroger. I have a Publix. So if you guys know what that is.
Nice.
No,
Have a
but you
Publix.
should have seen the line
Screw
for.
Kroger, you know?
Hey, you should have seen the line for us because I know like the guy I call some like the same GameStop before I put in a video. I know them, and all of a sudden like the guy was like, "Oh yeah, most likely we'll make a separate line for you." And most of the people that are buying pre-ordering all the games for Spider-Man and 2K, so most likely you get at 8. I said, "Great, 8:00, awesome." I got there 8:00. He wasn't there. Some other dude, he was like, "What are you here for?" I'm like, "I'm here to pre-order NASCAR Heat 3." He was like, "All right, just walk around the store." And I was like, "Somebody said I could get it early." He's like, "Oh no, you can't do that." And then all of a sudden, like apparently you're supposed to get a sticker. All right, like a little sticker, right? And everyone's getting this sticker. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess my buddy would just like probably come in later and just like give me Heat 3 and like I could leave, right? And I walk with this person. I'm like, hey, do I need a sticker? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me this? I needed a sticker. And he was like, oh, I thought you already knew. And I was like, oh my God. All right, so can I get a sticker? So then instead of being like the first one in line, I'm like 30th in line. And instead of making a totally separate line, they just made one big line. And then all of a sudden, it's me. The only 2 people pre-ordered Heat 3 from there. Like to get at night, it was me and Chase. If you know who Chase is, my card chief. So like he does know me. And all of a sudden, I go up there and I'm like, NASCAR 3. They're like, what? NASCAR Heat 3. I said, I was told I could pre-order NASCAR Heat 3. And then they're like, okay. Oh, NASCAR Heat 3. Have a great race. And they gave it to me. I'm like, thank you. I just went home. And like people were telling me like they're from Murphy's, like, oh, we were able to get it at 8:00. Or we could get it at this time. And I'm just like, no, stop. Because to be honest, oh man, I wish I got it earlier. But I still got it though. Nice story.
You know, I've seen like there were a few people that sent me like tweets, like a pic that when they were paying for like the pre-order like at GameStop or stuff, it's the NASCAR Heat 4. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Yeah, I got that one. I
Oh,
tweeted
like-
that out.
Well, there we got NASCAR Heat 4. I'm jealous. What does it look like? Like, goodness.
Like, how do you even know what the paint schemes are supposed to be like?
It's like, well, who's on the cover? Matt DiBenedetto. I'm like, nice.
Daniel
Awesome.
Suarez.
Nice, see?
Carl Edwards, shocking return.
Whoa. Hey, it can happen.
What if Carl Edwards came out and said next year?
NASCAR's going today. You never know who's going to leave and return.
It'd be really funny if out of nowhere Carl Edwards returning back to the 19 for 2019.
Whoa.
I wish.
Whoa. Mind
that-
blown.
I wish the big
Kamikaze.
I wish the big NASCAR returns were as suspenseful as a WWE return. Like when Matt Kenseth come back, just be like the Undertaker's bell and the light just go out. There's Matt Kenseth standing there. choke slam Trevor Bayne, hop in the car, and go.
Oh man.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times. That's all I got.
Good times.
Good times.
Major bodily harm to Trevor Bayne, but good times.
But good times.
What is Trevor Bayne doing, by the way?
He's living life in.
I thought he was driving the 6 car.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't even know that Kenseth was supposed to be in the race this week. I thought it was still Bayne, but
I thought so too. I didn't know that either.
Originally, he was supposed to drive 6 races. Now this man has like half the schedule.
yeah.
Because they know Kenseth is better.
But I'm gonna be honest
Eric
with you.
would say that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't say that the 6 car will be around next year unless they just renumber Stenhouse, which is what they should do, because I've always thought of Stenhouse being in a 6 instead of a 17.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you never know what can happen. It can.
Or they might open it up again for another driver.
That's
you
true.
know, Austin Cindric wrecked again today. He's like a
It doesn't matter
magnet.
what car he's in. I swear.
Oh man, it's like NASCAR Unleashed for him. Always wrecking.
He has been cursed. He's been cursed ever since wrecking Casgrala.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The NASCAR gods got him.
Like,
Taylor
that's
and Hart
what-
up, and this guy said no.
Yep. Yeah. Like, yeah, Junior Most was like, we don't want this guy. Penske, man, he's bold. Put him in the car.
I'm not even sure what team he belongs to, because he I think he's done every race, but for like a different car every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has.
Well, the 60 car was his last race in that car, actually.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he said in his interview, that the 60 car was the Darlington was his final race to be in the 60 car.
Well, here soon, the Cup drivers won't be able to be in the race, so.
Wait, what do you mean?
Going to Harvick.
Oh, you're talking about for the playoffs. They're not allowed in the playoffs at all. That's right.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, and not this coming week, but the week after, Dale Jr. makes his return.
Yeah, Richmond. I saw that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he wants to I forgot, what car did he say he was gonna do?
This one right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was gonna do his last Xfinity race at Richmond.
Is it the last one, or is he gonna just like the only one he's doing this year?
No, the only one he's doing this. He said, I thought I saw him say that it's after he does this race. He said he wants to go out there and do it for fun. That he said he's done. He's not playing the race anymore.
Didn't Mother Goose Jeff Gordon over here say that he wanted to do Martinsville? Or no?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I thought he was supposed to do Martinsville too.
Dale Jr. did say that if they do any kind of race at any kind at Nashville Fairgrounds, that he will race. So.
Oh yeah. Well, nice. See.
And I happen to live in the Nashville area, so I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Hey, that works. But I have to say one thing. NASCAR has so much on their plate for all these ideas. Like, just you have to like jump on it. So does 704. All these ideas that they could do, just jump on it.
And that's what they said. They don't want to jump into too many ideas all in one game and stuff, because then it's like,
And that'll be like the
put in
best
the other
game, and then
games.
they'll just go from decline from there.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
you want to slowly add.
I hope they bring in free mode. That'd be the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry.
That would be cool. No,
So basically, my Grand Theft Auto NASCAR edition will be fine.
Oh yeah, just without guns, and like we'll just have like mini games.
No,
Like you can-
No, I want guns in my NASCAR game.
NRA sticker. Go at it. Who cares? You see a Trevor Bayne, we don't
it's
like
like
go.
I better see a race winner sticker on my car or I shoot you. Not joking. Put it on my car. Well,
Yeah.
but then they'll be like, aren't we supposed to give you the sticker? You're supposed to put on? I'm like, don't, no.
I'm just imagining the sight of like one of the nicest drivers in the garage area, just like all of a sudden pulling out a pistol and just aiming it. Like, who somebody just seems so nice, like Alex Bowman.
Eric Jones.
Alex Bowman just whipping out a pistol and be like, "That's it."
Yeah, like put the sticker right there. There you go. and then they screw it up. I'm like, oh, bam.
Oh man, I wish I could
There's
tell
like a little wrinkle
You know what?
in the sticker.
Tomorrow or today, I'm gonna tweet 704 the idea, even though they're probably gonna think it's the dumbest idea, but I'm just gonna go for it because that'd be so cool. Mini game over here of go-kart racing, like small go-karts, like
Okay.
small test. You could do what?
You talk about mini games, and I remember NASCAR 2005 Chase River Cup had the little autograph session and a few other little things that it had too.
Mhm.
So could work in some stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
No, but I meant like let's say you could, because it's sooner or later they're gonna bring back something so you can unlock stuff. Like you know how in like let's say 2K19 they have visual currency where you can like unlock stuff to go unlock new gear. Like let's say you get new gear, new hat, like new paint schemes or stuff like that to make your character look better.
Man, this ain't the days of PlayStation 2. This is the DLC era.
Yeah.
Ah, that's lame.
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about like for stuff that's like it'll keep the game fresh. It won't die in December.
Yeah. That's
Like,
true.
you can buy like you can then buy visual currency, like if you want to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
You want to have the best looking character, like you want stuff to just run around in free mode, because then you won't just be like, because to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, Heat 2 did die around December area. Like around December, Heat 2 started to
And then we can add a battle royale mode.
I wish they can, like, you know how they did like the 2018 DLC, but you couldn't do multiplayer.
Yeah.
That would be cool if they did the 2019 DLC, do multiplayer in it.
Or test sessions. Like where's I know that's gonna come soon. Test sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, a test session you can basically just do that in practice mode.
Oh no. Try doing that in practice, please. You're doing a great lap and all of a sudden there's a car in your way.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, so
Oh, you mean like just going out there by yourself?
yeah, so you can like
Yeah.
work on your setup. They had that at Utechnics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Here's the thing. When they add new stuff, like I said, it'd be nice when they release 2019 DLC like next year. Make it work for online, and then of course, if you're doing a lobby that's for 2019, people has to have it. But if adding new stuff, look, as long as you can make kamikaze games that add guns into NASCAR games, I think it'll be just fine with. See?
Yep. Not in that.
Absolutely. There needs to be a shooting range.
Battle Royale. Yeah, just have 100 cars out
There
there.
needs to be whenever someone's running up to you to get an autograph, just pull out your gun and like, nope. No.
What if also one of the civilians just also pull one out into at the driver? You're also like,
Oh, man, the twist.
Like a hater, like just pulls out a gun.
They take your NASCAR card, they race your car, and like the rest of the game is you trying to get it back.
You're like, I love you.
And then suddenly it's like Law and Order or something. I don't know.
It's
I'm
like
tired.
it's like 10 years down the road they get all this, and all of a sudden it's like hey, NASCAR Heat whatever number rated M. Why?
Hey, it's rated E10 right now for some reason. I don't know why it's rated E10.
Yeah.
Lyrics and
You know
music.
how many games are adding Battle Royale? Yeah, NASCAR Battle Royale. You have 100 drivers on the track, like in online mode. You race, but if you're the last car that hasn't wrecked, you win.
Actually, I think there's been a battle royale mode in a NASCAR game before, because I think it was in Utechnics. In Utechnics, they had something. It was like
Elimination.
Yeah,
So-
Oh my
After a
god!
lap-
Please bring that
See,
back.
the thing is with that, if you're gonna do 100 players, let's say you have to run like let's say 100 laps. But yeah, each lap, if you're in last,
Dude,
Yeah.
oh my god! If they had that, no, bro,
That's
they
actually a good
better be
idea.
watching this, please.
That's
They
actually
better
a
be
good
watching
idea.
this. Yeah,
That's actually a good idea. Like,
yeah.
if they had that in free mode, I'd be so.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's one of those things. Yeah, that's not authentic NASCAR, but that would appeal to your younger gamer.
Yeah, but they had something like that on GTA 5 with racing,
Yeah.
you could do after a lap or every 15, 20 seconds, I think.
Like after every 30 seconds or something like that, or a lap, yeah.
Or a demolition derby for
That
a
would
mini
be-
game for like
that
in
would
free mode. That'd be kind of stupid, but I mean, like, I'm talking about like if they had free mode, they would obviously won't just have you just sit there, like
Yeah.
not do anything. They would have the tire changing thing, the go karts, dodgeball.
But
That'd be
Hey.
kinda fun.
But at the same time, for online racing on NASCAR Heat games, you don't need Battle Royale. You got Martinsville.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
That's like a Battle Royale itself. Just survive the race. Here's the thing. With me at Martinsville, you're in that mess. If I get a top 10, that's like a win to me.
Closing in 15 minutes.
Closing in 15 minutes. Well, he's got to go, folks.
Where are you? I thought you were inside your house.
Oh, well.
Where
I
are
thought
you
you were at your house. Never mind.
I'm in the college. This is where I was supposed to be the first time, but then I went into the room where the lights hated me.
That's true.
Wait, are
And now
you
I have
in
to
like,
leave in 15 minutes.
Are you in the library?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't hear that. It just was.
You got to be here 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I don't know what you're going to do in 15 minutes, but hey, it's 15 minutes.
I thought you were letting your room like you got a nice wall, man.
Yeah,
You
I
got
was to say, hey.
I
No,
thought
like,
maybe
this is such a nice. If this was mine.
Oh, I love your stuff.
I wish this was fun. Some good stuff.
that was fun.
You got like what? You got like big old server right there. You got a computer over yonder. You got this sick loft. Like,
This should
dude,
sell,
like,
man.
like,
You need
how
to
could
sometime in the future, you need to replicate that setup in your own.
exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Something always happens to Kamikaze, whether it's the lights or a random woman over the speakers just sitting there not doing anything.
something
know there was an intercom in this building. Like, when did they
I
install
was like,
this?
curious. I'm like, what is that? It didn't sound like somebody was actually in the room, but I'm like, why are we hearing something?
I feel like in a few minutes we're just gonna see like the security guard coming there on Kamikaze. Like, hey,
You gotta
get out of here.
Grabbed
I'm
and
gonna
taken
get
away and
swatted.
thrown out.
Swatted on the N2SC4R podcast. No.
Oh, like,
I'm sorry. I'll start
It's viral now. Finally, a viral video on my channel. Kamikaze Games gets swatted.
Yes.
You know, I really am waiting for the day I get swatted because I feel like it will come one day.
What do
You
mean?
know, when I did that
Wait,
big, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, Danny, but when
No,
I did that sleeping stream last year or earlier this
Oh,
year,
you did that?
yeah, I think it's still on my
Wait,
channel. I
what?
just streamed myself sleeping.
I
Right.
do not remember this.
Oh yeah, it should still be up there. I slept for like 2 hours on stream.
It's just
And
a
I just
stream.
ran 'em.
You just sleeping.
Yes, the camera's
Imagine-
on me and like the
imagine-
chat's up, and I'm just sleeping.
No, dude, imagine what
And I
kind
stopped because I was worried I'd get
No.
swatted.
No, imagine what kind of sick perverts are turned on to stuff like that. I mean, that's weird.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about doing a 24-hour stream. No, so you just
How
like
long did that
find
stream
sit.
go? Like, so you just started the stream and then just went to bed and slept. How long did that last?
that was like about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Were people
I mean,
watching?
Oh, okay.
I
Yes.
saw a
I
guy.
thought it was the entire night.
Ever.
I saw a guy.
Actually.
I saw a guy on Facebook do that one time, and then it's like I just keep seeing it coming across my Facebook timeline every now and again. Like, wow, he's actually still doing this.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
I mean, I've heard of sleeping
Oh.
streams. I didn't think you did one.
If you seriously want to make donations, you know what one dude made? He made like $6,000 off of sleep streams. You know why? Because every time someone would donate, a loudspeaker will like come out like what they said and all that. Like something will happen. Like try to wake them up. That's probably the best way to make.
That's
money.
actually that's genius.
I
Good
know.
idea.
I want to give this. I
I
want
want
to
to
give
do
that a try.
that.
YouTube
Oh,
secret.
man, that sounds like fun.
I'll
Like, we
watch.
all do it together on like a Google Hangout. You just see us all, and all of a sudden, all the way
Oh
through our
my
headset,
God.
boom.
Like every now and then, if there's like a small noise, like the screen will change. Like
Or like do like a scream of like a woman, or like from Five Nights at Freddy's, that
it's
just
like
wakes everyone
cat
up.
or dog
Oh yeah.
is like in the room, and all of a sudden you see like animals moving around.
Joseph, I think you have your clickbait title, "Sleeping Stream."
I think that's what I called it. Streaming myself sleeping.
Yeah,
It should still be up.
Oh man.
So,
that's funny.
how was your guys' day?
Hey, I have a question because Dan, I need to ask you. I need to add you on PS4. Since I'm doing this thing now where I'm actually gonna be doing gift card giveaways. If you guys want, like, if we get a certain amount of donations, I'll do a gift card giveaway on PlayStation. If we do reach the amount, and if I text you guys, would you guys want to do it? Because last time we did it, it was drama filled to the max, like horrible. Like someone, like the front two wrecked each other, like the front two runners, and someone out of nowhere just won it. And they're like, no, hell no. Like, they're going at each other. And, like, the little kid comes in, like, where's my money? And, like, I gave it to him.
Where's my money?
It's so funny.
I would be up for that.
Okay.
Just
Because I'm going to do it soon again.
I mean, I wouldn't be up for it all the time, though, but I'd be up for it a little
No, because the next one I might have to lower it from, like, 100. Like, we said, if we get $100 donations, we'll do a $25 giveaway. Because YouTube takes half that money, and I still want to make, like, I don't want to lose money. So we did it. We hit like over $100, and we just did it. And that was probably the best tournament I've ever done single-handedly, because that was the most fun tournament ever. Talladega, 2%. Oof.
But IDK, you do need to add me on Payson, though.
Yeah, I do. I'll add you actually after.
Yeah. All right. I think we should call it a podcast before Kamikaze gets swatted out of there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to get picked up by campus security tonight. Honestly.
We don't need
that wasn't in my agenda when I woke up.
Like, they're the most intimidating people ever.
Yeah, they are.
You know,
we also don't want him to be locked in either.
Right.
Yeah, or
actually, the one security guy that I saw here, he's one of the coolest guys on this entire campus, I swear. He's a bro, I swear.
He's a bro.
He looks like George Clooney. He looks like George Clooney.
He's standing in the room, isn't he?
Well, maybe.
Wait, are you going to finish your story?
Oh, yeah, that was the whole story. He looks like George Clooney. No, like he's patient and stuff. Like no one in this world's patient anymore.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We're going to call it a night, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this podcast. IDK, Kamikaze, and Danny, thank you for joining tonight. Hopefully we'll have you guys back on the show very soon. Danny, you made your debut tonight. Thank you for joining, and hopefully we'll have you back again soon.
I would love to be back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that's it for tonight, guys. Have a good night. Next week, we'll have another podcast. Just Lombardi, aka N2SC4R with Kamikaze, IDK, and Danny. So long. Good night.